Hi, this is Ms. TechFi, and in this video I'm going to be comparing all of Virgin Mobile Android smartphones. We have the two newest phones, the HTC Wildfire S, the LG Optimus Slider, the oldest, the Samsung Intercept, the largest, the Motorola Triumph, and the best bang for the buck, the LG Optimus V. Screen size and resolution for the Wildfire S is a 3.2-inch glass capacitive touchscreen. It's a 320 by 480 pixel. The HTC Wildfire S comes with Android 2.3. It also comes with HTC Sense. Out of the box, it's only 2.0.1, but when data connects, it gets an update and it will update the HTC Sense to 2.1.2. It has a 600 MHz CPU, Adreno 200 graphics, 512 megabytes of RAM, 512 megabytes of ROM, 3G, Wi-Fi B, G, N, Bluetooth 3.0, proximity sensor, accelerometer, compass. Screen size and resolution for the Optimus Slider is a 3.2-inch capacitive touchscreen, 320 by 480 pixels. With the LG Optimus Slider, it comes with Android 2.3.4, 800 MHz CPU, Adreno 200 graphics, 512 megabytes of RAM, 150 megabytes of available ROM, 3G, Wi-Fi B, G, N, Bluetooth 3.0, proximity sensor, accelerometer. Screen size and resolution for the Samsung Intercept is a 3.2-inch glass capacitive touchscreen, 240 by 400 pixels. With the Samsung Intercept, it comes with Android 2.2.2, and that's after the release update. It has an 800 MHz CPU, no dedicated graphics, 256 megabytes of RAM, 512 megabytes of ROM, 3G, Wi-Fi BGN, Bluetooth 2.0, proximity sensor. Screen size for the Motorola Triumph is a 4.1-inch glass capacitive touchscreen, 480 by 800 pixels. With the Motorola Triumph, it is selling with Android 2.2.2. We are all hoping for an update to 2.3. It has a 1000 MHz Snapdragon CPU, Adreno 205 graphics, 512 megabytes of RAM, 2 gigabytes of ROM, 3G, Wi-Fi BGN, Bluetooth 2.1, proximity sensor, and accelerometer. Screen size for the LG Optimus V is a 3.2-inch fiberglass capacitive touchscreen, 320 by 480 pixels. LG Optimus V comes with Android 2.2.1 or 2.2.2. It depends on the version that you bought or that you were replaced with. There will be no official update for those that have 2.2.1 to 2.2.2. This was what Virgin Mobile did to try to stop the hotspotting that was so easily done with the first release of it. It has a 600 MHz CPU, Adreno 200 graphics, 512 megabytes of RAM, 140 megabytes available ROM, 3G, Wi-Fi B, G, Bluetooth 2.1, proximity sensor, accelerometer, and compass. External features of the Wildfire S. We have LED notification, we have a light sensor, capacitive keys, we have mic. There's nothing on the right side. We have a power, lock button, 3.5 headphone jack, volume up and down rocker, micro USB. Under the battery back is a micro SD slot. It also has a 230 mAh battery. On the back we have a 5 megapixel camera with flash, speaker. The video recording is 720 by 480. It does have LED with video recording. The LG Optimus Slider, it has a light notification, light sensor, physical keys, mic, we have a camera button, 3.5 headphone jack, power lock button, volume up and down rocker, micro USB, it also has a slide out QWERTY keyboard. I'll zoom in here. The keys are somewhat raised. They're very smooth, but with the raised, it's easy to feel where you're at. Camera for the Optimus Slider is a 3.2 megapixel, no LED flash. The video records at 640 by 480. Inside is the 1540 battery. You also have your micro SD card slot inside. With a Samsung Intercept, it has a notification light, a light sensor, has capacitive touch keys, physical call-in button and call button. The call-in button is also the power lock button. It has a touch sensor and select. Around the phone we have mic, dedicated camera button, 3.5 headphone jack, micro USB, volume up and down rocker, micro SD card slot. The battery under the cover is a 1500. Camera for the Samsung Intercept is a 3.2 megapixel, no LED flash. It does have a mirror here for self-portrait. The video recording is 352 by 288. Slide out QWERTY keyboard. Close up here of the keys, you can see that they're flat. With the Motorola Triumph, it has a LED notification, light sensor, capacitive keys. We have the mic, we have the mini HDMI and the micro USB speaker, volume up and down rocker, 3.5 headphone jack, power lock button, and another speaker on this side. On the back we also have the noise cancelling mic. Camera for the Motorola Triumph is a 5 megapixel with flash. Video records at 1280 by 720. The Motorola Triumph also has a front VGA camera for video chat and self-portrait. With the LG Optimus V, it has no notification light. It does have a light sensor. It has physical keys, mic, micro USB port, dedicated camera button, and a dedicated voice dialer button. We have the volume up and down rocker, power lock button, 3.5 headphone jack, and the micro SD card slot. The battery is a 1500. Camera for the LG Optimus V is 3.2 megapixel, no LED flash. The video records at 640 by 480. Next, I'm going to show you an example of what each camera can do. Still pics of bright light, low light, as well as video clips where I'm taking the camera from a darker area to a brighter area. be running a program called Screen Test, and it's going to go through some colors and some patterns showing contrast. This is also used for testing if you have any dead pixels on your screen. So I'm just going to go through the colors and let you see each one side by side. We have the Intercept, the Triumph, the Wildfire S, the Optimus Slider, and the Optimus V. And we're back to white. I want to talk very briefly on batteries. I've arranged the phones from the best to worst on battery. On this next part, we're going to be doing a touch test on the screen. Watch the dot as it follows. This next part here, we're going to do benchmarks and be using quadrant. The Motorola Triumph got 1,715. The LG Optimus Slider got 1,094. The HTC Wildfire S got 866. The LG Optimus V got 484. And the Samsung Intercept got 280. I'm going to be testing the GPS. I have them all on. I turned them all on about less than a minute ago. I'll be using GPS test. So the Motorola Triumph here took about 3 to 4 minutes before it started getting a lock on towers, and it took a few minutes after that before the accuracy reading came down. So all in all, it's going to take about 5 to 10 minutes longer than the rest of the phones. All the other phones got a reading instantly from the towers, and I had not had the GPS on these phones all day long. Wi-Fi speed test, and first I'll let you know that I have a Netgear 3800 router. It's one of the newer routers that's out. It's a very nice router. I have placed these phones in order of best download to worst download. The Motorola Triumph came up with first place at 16.35 megabytes per second. Then we have the Wildfire S, the Intercept, the Optimus Slider, and then the Optimus V. Let's go ahead and test out Netflix on the devices. Let's start off with the Motorola Triumph. I have the mask started.
Cigarettes?
Which brand, sir?
Doesn't matter, I don't smoke. But for you, I would shoot the Surgeon General.
Tilton, may we have a word with you?
Well, I always have time for the press and my loyal constituents.
Next we have the HTC Wildfire S.
Let me out of these cuffs, MPS. You're driving like a maniac. I'm sorry, we're already late for the ball. Right. Alice and the White Rabbit are going to be really disappointed. Now you're being cynical.
And if you notice the video is choppy, the sound is off from the video. Next we have the LG Optimus Slider. Okay, the video is choppy and the audio is off from the video. Next we have the LG Optimus V. Okay, the LG Optimus V seemed to do a little better than the Wildfire S and the Optimus Slider. So it could possibly be that those two are Android 2.3. Maybe there's an issue with Netflix and Android 2.3. I don't know, I'll have to go look. Because the specs on the Optimus V is lower than the other phones. Then we have the Samsung Intercept. I've arranged the phones by thickness, the thinnest being the Motorola Triumph. Then we have the HTC Wildfire S, the LG Optimus V, the LG Optimus Slider, and the Samsung Intercept. With the menu buttons, the Intercept, the Triumph, and the Optimus V all have the menu buttons arranged by search, back, home, and menu. But with the HTC Wildfire S and the Optimus Slider, the menu buttons are search, back, menu, home. So if you're used to these, it's going to take a few days to get those straightened out. Screen responsiveness for the phones. With the Wildfire S, I didn't have any big issues with it not moving. Everything I touched worked. The capacitive keys worked. On the Optimus Slider, this is what the menu looks like. A little animated, a little color up and down. And the physical keys work. The bar up top, very responsive. The Motorola Triumph, everything worked. Some people with the Motorola Triumph, when they want to go touching way too fast and the menu's still moving, they'll have to wait a second before touching it again. But everything, I never have any issues with it. With the Optimus V, and with the Samsung Intercept, of course it is a little laggier than the phones, but the menu works. It goes through, it just has a bit of a lag to it. The only problem that I ever have is the capacitive keys tend to not work. And ever since it got the 2.2.2 update, the top bar has been working. I do want to add, with the Motorola Triumph, there is an issue that I found, that the receiving end of the call when using speakerphone tends to hear,
Smelly pirate hooker.
they don't hear that. That is to get somebody's attention. What they hear is the slightest echo in the background, and it's very slight, and this has to do with using the speakerphone and the noise canceling mic. With the HTC Wildfire S, you get a small compact phone with HTC Sense, though it is an older version. There's a bright screen for outdoors, a great camera, decent video capture, even has LED light available during video capture. With all those great things, it would have been nice if HTC included a better battery. Rooting won't be so easy. There's no Adobe Flash support. Even though specs say 512 megabytes of ROM, it shows the internal memory available is 150 megabytes. With the LG Optimus Slider, it has a great battery life, physical QWERTY keyboard, rich screen colors, good speakerphone, very reliable, a wonderful replacement to the Intercept and the Optimus V. There is no camera flash though, and the processor is only an ARM6, so that doesn't support Adobe Flash either. With the Motorola Triumph, it has the largest screen, and it's the fastest phone that Virgin Mobile offers right now with Adobe Flash support, HDMI out, and a great camera with flash. It's easily rooted, and custom ROMs are available with Android 2.3. It has issues that hopefully a software update from Motorola would fix, with a slow lock on GPS antenna signal. The speakerphone has a slight echo for the receiving end on a call. Bluetooth disconnects with some devices, and Bluetooth low volume when streaming audio, and then you take a phone call. The volume will go down. The LG Optimus V is the best value and still a great little phone. It's easily rootable, hotspotable, and custom ROMs are available. You can even get Android 2.3 with the custom ROMs. It's an aging phone with no Adobe Flash support though. The Samsung Intercept is only good for the basics of calls, text, and navigation. The camera for still shots is still decent. It lacks dedicated graphics and RAM to do much of anything else. It's plagued with freezes and reboots. If your requirement is a phone that's easily rootable, then your choice is going to be either the Samsung Intercept, the LG Optimus V, or the Motorola Triumph. Currently, with these two phones, I was not able to get an easy root on them. Look at the in-depth review that I will be showing as to why, and I'll be showing examples of what happened. In conclusion, there's no perfect phone, but there's a phone that's perfect for you. Choose the one that best fits your needs. They're small and compact, physical keyboard, big screen, best value, no other choice. Coming up on the next video is a more in-depth review of each of the new phones, the HTC Wildfire S and the LG Optimus Slider, as well as booting into recovery mode and hotspot,